Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining me this week on the weekly Cosmic Dive. I'm astrologer Shane Smith. So pleased you are here to take a dive into the cosmic patterns that are happening this week. It's going to be a doozy. Of course, I say that every week, right? I really mean it this week. This is going to be something else. Okay. Let's, without further ado, let's see what we've got going here. Uh, you're going to like it. I guarantee it. 100%. I guarantee it. Okay. Let's do this. So, we like to say that what we do is every week we take 15 minutes to use vibrational astrology to explore the key planetary vibrations and discover how to work with them in supportive, uplifting, and non fear based ways. This knowledge helps strengthen our alignment with the natural rhythm and wisdom of the cosmos. May 4th through the 11th is what we're looking at. And that fuzzy looking round ball that you see here on the bottom right, that is Pluto. We're going to talk a little bit about Pluto, okay? And you'll see why. Okay. How about we do this? Let me go here. Vibrational astrology is an exciting, developing, and evidence based analysis that synthesizes the harmonic relationships among planets. It reveals the energetic patterns we can work with and align to. We usually use three or more planetary configurations. That's where the energy is. This forecast serves as a guide for aiding us in navigating our personal and collective journeys. And I like to say that there are many planetary vibrations happening at any given time. We tune into those frequencies like we tune into radio stations by choice. I'll give you an example. This morning I woke up, I felt irritable. That's just the way it was. And I could look at my chart and I could see for a fact that the sun was opposed Mars. And I also had Saturn square Uranus. And that can make you irritable. And then I looked at my chart further and I said, well, I've got some other nice things going on here. I've got plenty of midpoints involving Venus and a particularly strong Pluto conjunct Venus aspect going on. And so I decided I'd focus on my heart. And so that's where I put my attention to. And boom, all that irritability went away. So I ask, which frequencies do you choose to frequent? Here's today's chart. In Aquarius, we still have Pluto. In Aries, Neptune, Saturn, Mars. In Taurus, Mercury and the Sun. Gemini has Uranus and Venus. In Cancer, Jupiter. And in Sagittarius, today, the Moon. All right. We look at today's graph and it looks like the Front Range. Whoa, look at all those mountain peaks. And when we look at the peaks, we are looking at where the peak of energy is residing. And when we look at the colored lines, they tell us what flavor that energy is going to be. So today is Monday, and we've got a restless and progressive line there. Okay, what does that mean? First of all, I want to say that those peaks are there because we've got a lot of 4-planet configurations happening this week that we're going to be talking about. And again, the more the merrier. When you join the party, you know we've got a party going on here this week, as you can see. That's why I said it was a doozy. So this day on Monday, you can enthusiastically support successful big breakthroughs with no holds barred because it is a restless and progressive. It's an antsy, it's a get off the dime, let's move, let's make something happen kind of energy that's happening today. So do it. It's like that Nike commercial. Just do it. Tomorrow, we see a different kind of energy. This is the stillness, inner wisdom, and focus energy. This is a more quiet energy. It's inner. It allows us to go deep within ourselves to come up with a reflective kind of insight. So tomorrow, seek great depth of feelings and honesty in relationships and in communications, and do so with a focused discipline and sustained concentration and effort. We also see that orange line, that restless and progressive line coming back up again. And that is going to be there until Thursday. I'm sorry, until Saturday. So we've got a lot of that to deal with. What is that line? Basically, it's Uranus, Jupiter, Neptune, and Mercury. We're going to see some repeating patterns this week. Um, Uranus, Jupiter, and Neptune is the core of that. Um, and it's in vibration 44. So, what that's telling us is thinking and communication can be successful with a new vision that kindles imagination, especially when done in a spirited and dynamic way. Now, I like to think that the restless and progressive line um, is exciting, but it also can be unstable. It's kind of like riding the wave if you're surfing. It's riding that wave. You're trying to get your balance, and it's exciting and everything. And once you get going, it can be a blast. But the idea is you got to get on it, and you got to really know what you're doing, or else you're going to tumble into the waves. Okay, so it's a little unstable sometimes. All right, look at Wednesday. Look at that. My gosh, that is a huge flowing and creative line that we're seeing there on Wednesday. And what that's telling us is that it's a highly transpersonal and spiritual day on Wednesday. Um, and we can find success in projects and activities that are youthful, visionary, inspirational, and uplifting. It can be expressed as an exceptional capacity for creativity, innovation, and original thinking. Along with that, we see the picture of Pluto. And what Pluto is doing is it is beginning to retrograde on Wednesday. Yeah, it's going backwards. So it's focusing a lot of its Plutonian energy on that day. In fact, it's been doing it as it's been slowing down for quite a while. And so we're going to feel that Pluto in retrograde until October 15th. What does a retrograde Pluto mean? Excuse me, it presents a time for deep introspection and transformation. And during this period, we are encouraged to dive deep and confront our inner selves and interact with the hidden truths that are found there. Okay, dive deep, my friends. Have fun. Thursday, we see that restless and progressive line coming up again. And here we have Uranus, Neptune, Judo conjoined with Venus in Vibe 44. It's creativity and relationships that can be successful with a new vision that kindles imagination, especially when done in a spirited and dynamic way. Okay? Sounds a little familiar to what we had on Tuesday when we had a similar configuration with Mercury, but this is with Venus on Thursday. Friday, set a goal to tackle a project, regardless of how much work is involved. With great discipline and endurance, you can achieve it. Okay, that's that big stillness, inner wisdom, and focus line. And then on Saturday, we see a couple of lines. I'm going to focus on the green line for a chance. We'll give our little green buddy a chance here. Smooth and harmonious energy is what that is. It's a community line. It's a vibration 9 or a octave of it. So we're talking about vibration 27. Here we can visualize big ideas, dreams, and clear plans. We can express them as a powerful blend of aspiration and sensitivity with a heightened emotional and mental awareness of unity and oneness, because we're talking about that community harmonious kind of feeling. And then on Sunday, We've got Mr. Greeny again, and let's do it. I like green. Green is good. It's that smooth and harmonious line that says it's an excellent day for business management, designing structure and planning. Express this energy toward the goal of shared harmony, where all can be included. And then the blue line starts coming up a little bit later on Sunday, and that includes a configuration we've seen already. It's Pluto, Uranus, and Neptune. We saw that a little earlier on Wednesday. But this one is saying we can be highly transpersonal and spiritual. We can find success in projects and activities that are youthful, visionary, inspirational, and uplifting. And it's expressed as an emotional capacity for creativity, innovation, and original thinking. Wow. I told you it'd be a doozy, and it's going to be fun. So, there you have it, my friends. That is your weekly cosmic dive for this week. I really do hope you enjoy your week and that you've enjoyed this guide through the week. And I'll ask and leave you with a question. Which frequencies do you choose to frequent? Thank you for joining me. Take care. Bye bye.